Hello students, in today's video class we are going to discuss one more program related with method recursion. And the question is, write a Java program to calculate and display the factorial of an integer number. The factorial of an integer number. Okay, use method recursion technique. Use method recursion technique. Use method recursion technique. Okay, use method recursion technique. Listen, sample input. If the sample input is enter an integer number, enter an integer number. Suppose the user has given 5. So sample output should be 5 factorial. This is the symbol of factorial, that is equal to 120. Now what is the meaning of factorial? 5 factorial is 5 into 4 into 3 into 2 into 1. 5 into 4 into 3 into 2 into 1. So this is the bigger problem. Now this bigger problem can be reduced to lower version of the same problem. Now what do I mean? Listen. When I say 5 factorial, okay, when I say 5 factorial, it means 5 into 4 into 3 into 2 into 1. Now can I write it as 5 into 4 factorial? So what is 4 factorial? 4 into 3 into 2 into 1. Yes or no? Now can I write it as 5 into 4 into 3 factorial? What is 3 factorial? 3 into 2 into 1. Yes or no? 3 into 2 into 1. Now can I write it as 5 into 4 into 3 into 2 factorial? Yes or no? 2 factorial means 2 into 1. Now can I write it as 5 into 4 into 3 into 2 into 1 factorial? 1 factorial. So what is 1 factorial? 1. Yes or no? 1 into 1. Clear? Now, so this is the base case. Okay, this is the base case. But we also know that 0 factorial is equal to 1. Okay. Yes or no? 0 factorial is equal to 1. That means the value of n will be 5 initially. Then the value of n will be 4. Then the value of n will be 3. Then the value of n will be 2. And then the value of n will be 1. And then it should become 0 also. Okay, it should become 0 also. So when I say 0 factorial, see 5 into 4 into 3 into 2 into 1 into 0 factorial. Now when I say 0 factorial is equal to 1 or not? So 5 into 4 into 3 into 2 into 1 into and 1 again. Now this is the base case. This is the base case. When the value of n becomes 0, the method should return 1. If the value of n becomes 0, the method should return 1. Why? Because 0 factorial is equal to 1. Okay? Clear now? When n is equal to 0, so 0 factorial is 1. So this is the base case. This is the base case. Okay? This is the base case. Now what is the terminating case? Else the method should return what? N. See, the initial value of n is 5. We are going from 5 and approaching towards 1. So n into, suppose there is a method called as get factorial. Okay, there is a method called as get factorial, and what we are doing? We are passing n minus 1. Yes or no? So 5 into 4 factorial. What is 4? It is 5 minus 1. Yes or no? What is this 4? What is this 4? This is 5 minus 1 factorial. And what is this? 3 factorial. It is 4 minus 1 factorial. What is this 2 factorial? It is 3 minus 1 factorial. What is this 1 factorial? It is 2 minus 1 factorial. And what is this 0 factorial? It is 1 minus 1 factorial. So I can write n into get factorial of n minus 1. Get factorial of n minus 1. Now this is the recursive case. Okay, this is the recursive case. This is the recursive case. Clear? Listen. Import java dot util dot scanner public class factorial finder. Factorial finder. Public static void main capital string string array space args. Scanner scn is equal to new scanner. Capital S ystm system dot in. Give the message to the user system.out.println. Enter an integer number. Enter an integer number. Int n is equal to scanner object dot next int. Okay. Assume the user has given 3. Assume the user has given 3. So what I will do, I will declare a variable called fact and initialize, and here I will call a method called as get factorial. Okay. And what is expected from this method? This method will give the factorial of the number which is passed as actual argument. So I am passing n. And I am assuming that the value of n is 3. Okay, the user has given 3. So we are passing 3 to get factorial method. And this get factorial method is expected to return the factorial of 3, that is 3 into 2 into 1, that is equal to 6. Okay, and then I will print system.out.println n concatenation sign exclamatory symbol is equal to. Yes or no? Exclamatory symbol is the factorial symbol. Concatenation sign fact. Concatenation sign fact. Here, let me close the block of main method. Clear? Now, let me define the get factorial method. Public static int get factorial. Public static int get factorial. And here, let me declare the formal parameter with the same name n. Okay. Now, what is the base case? If the value of n is 0. So, we all know that 0 factorial is 1. So, the method should return 1. Return 1. Else, the method should return what? That n, that is 3 into get factorial of what? 3 minus 1. 3 means n minus 1. N minus 1. Close the block of get factorial method, and here close the block of this class factorial finder. Factorial finder. Clear? Now within this method, now this method is calling itself. So this method is the recursive method. This method is the recursive method. Now we can say this is the base case. This is the base case, or you can say terminating case. Terminating case. Here the execution of the method will end. Okay. And here this case is called as the recursive case. This case is called as the recursive case. This case is called as the recursive case. Okay. Now assume, let me write this method once again. Public static dry run. I am showing you the dry run. Dry run. How this method is working. See, public static int get factorial int n. Okay. If n is equal to 0, the method has to return 1, else the method will return n into, and then call the same method again. Get factorial of n minus 1. Now listen. Assume the value of n is 3. Okay. Assume the user has given 3, and here you are passing the value 3. Okay. 3. Okay. Now 3 is equal to 0? No. So the method will not return 1. Here the else part will be executed, and in the else part we have written return n into get factorial of n minus 1. So what is n? It is 3. Get factorial of n minus 1, that is 3 minus 1, that is equal to 2. That is equal to 2. Okay. Now since we are calling the same method, I will write the copy of the same method. Public static int get factorial. Public static int get factorial int n. Okay. If n is equal to 0, the method has to return 1, else the method has to return what? N into get factorial. N into get factorial n minus 1. Okay. Now what is happening here? See. Now here this 2 is passed to this n. So here the value of n is 2. Now 2 is equal to 0? No. So the else part will be executed. What is n now? It is 2. And what is n minus 1? It is 2 minus 1, that is equal to 1. That is equal to 1. Now let me write the copy of the same method again. Public static int get factorial. Public static int get factorial int n. If n is equal to 0, return 1, else the method has to return what? N into get factorial n minus 1. N minus 1. Now what is happening? See. Here the value 1 is passed to this n. So here the value of n is 1. 1 is equal to 0? No. So here n is equal to 1, and here n minus 1. What is n now? It is 1. 1 minus 1, that is equal to 0. That is equal to 0. Okay. Now let me write the copy of the same method again. Public static int get factorial. Public static int get factorial int n. Okay. If n is equal to 0, return 1, else return n into get factorial of n minus 1. Okay, now listen. Yes, so here 0 is being passed, so value of n is 0. Now 0 is equal to 0. Yes, so the method will return 1 now. Okay, the method will return 1. Where? Here. So at this place, the value will be 1. The value will be 1. Now here, this 1 into this 1. 1 into 1, that is equal to 1 only. Now this 1 will be returned where? This 1 will be returned here. Okay, get factorial. Okay, here the value 1 will be returned. Now listen, this 2 into 1, that is equal to 2. That is equal to 2. Okay, clear na? 2 into 1 is equal to 2. So this 2 will be returned where? This 2 will be returned here. Okay, this 2 will be returned here. Clear? What is this? 3. 3 into 2, the value is 6. 3 into 2, the value is 6. So this method will return the value 6 here. Where? At this location. Okay. So the output will be what? N factorial. What is n? 3 factorial is equal to 6. Clear, na? So this is how the get factorial method works recursively. Recursively means it is calling itself and the task is getting done. Clear or not? Now let me show you the same thing by writing the program. Create a new class. Okay. Double click over it. See. Control A, backspace. import import java.util.scanner scanner public class what fsc torial factorial finder factorial finder public static static void void main capital str ing string array space args. Then create the object of scanner. Scanner scn is equal to new scanner and write here system.in. Okay. System.out.println. System.out.println. Enter an integer number. Enter an integer number int. N is equal to scanner object dot next int dot next int. Okay, int fact is equal to get factorial of n. Okay, and then display system.out.println n concatenation sign. Okay, factorial is equal to concatenation sign fact. Okay, close the block of main method. Then let me define the get factorial method. Public static int get factorial factorial int n. This is the formal parameter of the method. Okay. Now what is the base case? If the value of n is becoming 0, if it is equal to 0, the method should return what? 1. Why? Because 0 factorial is equal to 1. Yes or no? Then else return what? N into, okay, n into get factorial, method, and pass here n minus 1. So if it is 3, so 3 minus 1, 2. Then 2 minus 1, 1. Then 1 minus 1, 0. And if it is becoming 0, the method will return 1. Okay, Control Shift I, Control K, no syntax error. Okay, so this is the program. You can see here. Okay, this is the program. Clear? Compile, no syntax error, close, right click, main method, okay. See, 3 factorial is 3 into 2 into 1, that is equal to 6. 3 factorial is equal to 6. Okay, 3 factorial is equal to 6. Now what about 5 factorial? 5 factorial is 120. Clear, na? Okay. So you can see, so this is how we think and this is how we implement. So in order to what? Make the function recursive or work with recursive function, we need to think the two cases. One is the base case, also called as the terminating case, and the recursive case. Clear? Thank you so much. Bye-bye. Take care.